Boys, we got an exciting one for you guys. So, I'm going to show you guys my personal project and give you a demo and show you guys how it works. So, I started this 6 years ago. I've been using it personally for that entire time. And what it does is it tracks your magic collection. So, on the back end, it connects to TCG Player. And right now it only supports Magic. I could expand it to basically anything that's on TCG Player, but basically you enter in your singles. So it supports singles and sealed. So I have two separate sections. So you enter in all of your cards under different collections, and then every day it'll um, every day it'll track the value of your collection and plot it on a graph. So it's super useful. I use it for my own stuff. I use I use it every day. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show you guys. And what I did recently was update the entire user interface. So I'm a backend developer, and I know a little bit about front end, but I'm not that great at it. So the back end, yeah, it was really easy for me. I got it done a long time ago, and then like I'll just here and there I'll fix like a few bugs, but the front end was hard for me. So, but anyway, long story short, I redid pretty much the entire front end, just made it look a lot better. There's still a few spots where I could clean it up a bit, but overall it looks pretty good now, and I'm happy to show you guys. So let's start the demo. So um, this is the homepage. It's just mtgpilot.com, and go there. It'll go to the homepage. There's some directions on the left hand side, but it's way easier just to follow a video format, right? So let's log in here. You guys, you'll just want to make an account, so you're gonna hit register on the bottom right. Then has to be a unique username. Password has to match. Has to be, I think, at least 6 characters. Um, Email has to be in a valid format. I don't actually do any checking on the. It stores the email, but it doesn't do anything with it. Um, and yeah, it hashes your password. Uses salt, so there's no way for me to there's no way for me to get your password. But that being said, whenever you're using a service, you should be mindful and probably use a unique password. Don't reshare your passwords, boys. Okay, but so I'm gonna show you guys the test account. It's just a little bit easier. There's not as much going on the test account, so it's easier for me to explain. But so when you log in, it's gonna show your dashboard, and you have to have things. You have to have cards and or sealed entities connected to your user. Otherwise, you're not going to see anything on your graphs. It's just going to be like little gray blobs. But for the test account, I just created two different decks here. Decks or entity collection, whatever you want to call it. So I put some revised duels and I just put some shocklands. So on the left, I got to just update that to have a dollar sign. But it's money over time. So you can see revised duels is right here. And then the deck overview, it basically just aggregates everything and then shows you like a sum total. And then the right, so left hand side, pretty obvious, it's just total value. Right hand side is the ratio of how much did you spend and how much is it worth. Say you bought a booster box for $100, it's worth 200 now. You've doubled your, well, on paper you've doubled your money. It would be at 2.0 on the right side if that were the case. And then the bottom two graphs are the sealed graphs. So I think I put some play and collector boxes. I think it was just some Blue Burrow stuff. Nothing too fancy here, just some pretty basic stuff on the graphs here. But when you have a lot of data, the graphs are pretty interesting. There's a lot of it's fun. It's fun to just keep track of this stuff. Anyway, so to add cards, either go to for singles, you go to the singles tab, and then you can create new decks. So we'll call this save a new deck. The format, format doesn't matter. It's not really used anymore. The order, you can set the order that it appears on the list on the right hand side. But let's just go ahead and we'll Marsh Flats. We'll just say, let's make it a little bit interesting. We'll say we bought four at $50 on. These are all foil. and then near mint. So we're gonna create the card. Oh, these are worth a lot more. So I don't want to totally ruin my graph. So I'll just say, okay, we spent $200 on these. You hit update card, and then there's something that I'd like to clean up is those little success icons. But yeah, once you update, it'll show you like a green success, or a, if you did something wrong, it'll show you that you failed. So we created a new deck, and we're gonna go to the dashboard, and you can see fetch lands. It's at 0. That's because it has the aggregation hasn't run. The aggregation runs once a day. So, one thing you can do is you can force a refresh by hitting refresh values. So what that does is it loops through every single card you got, and then refreshes the value, and then it'll show on the graph. So now we're gonna go back to dashboard, and you can see fetch lands is updated now since we forced the refresh. So then you can see it shows over here. Nothing changed on here because this is connected to your sealed. So then we're gonna go check out sealed. You can see I have 2 different collections here, play and collector. So let's create a new sealed. We'll call this draft. The microphone's right in front of my keyboard. So we're gonna create a new one. Let's add Innistrad. What do they go for? 600 maybe. So we're gonna create a new one here. You can see it found it. Okay, so we'll just say we spent 500 on this. We're gonna update it. It'll show you that you updated. So likewise, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the dashboard, and it's gonna show you this new deck we made, draft boxes. And there's nothing there, so let's go ahead and update our values here. Now we're gonna go back to the dashboard. You can see, okay, it grabbed the total value here, and that's at 450. And you can see, I spent 500 on it, and it's worth 450. So it's showing you that the value over purchase price is at 90%. That's what that means. In other words, you lost 10% of your money. So yeah, that's everything. I encourage you guys to check it out. It's super useful. And then yeah, basically any magic single, any magic sealed you can do. And like I said, there's some updates I'd want to do. I would like to be able to open it up to like everything on TCG Player. It would just be would be a bit of work, and I mean, I'm the primary user of this, so it's tailored to me. So, but yeah, if you guys have feedback or if something's broken, let me know. I'll show you guys. So we'll talk a bit more about the code. So yeah, I made this 6 years ago. The backend, it's all Spring Boot and Java. And I'm pretty proficient with Java, so I had pretty much no issues getting all that done. Just so occasionally, yeah, like you can see here, occasionally I'll fix like a null pointer error, or whatever it might be. But the front end was where I had to learn a lot. So it's all Angular, all JavaScript, HTML. You can see. Oh well, my camera's kind of blocking it, but you can see what it's made out of. And yeah, I recently just kind of went through and redid pretty much all the styling. I updated the graphs. I updated all the different cards and registration links and all that fun stuff, just to make it look a little better. It's not the best ever, but for me, it's pretty dang good, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's fairly intuitive. So, yeah, that's all I got, and see you boys.